Welcome to my Sitecore Diaries, your go-to channel for all the things in C#, .NET and Sitecore. This is your ultimate guide to digital experience excellence. I'm your host, Jitendra Ghanekar. I'm in Sitecore Technology MVP 2024. You can connect me on my social media accounts. All the account details are given on screen. You can follow me on LinkedIn and Instagram. So this is the second episode of the series Sitecore SXA. So today we are going to see the key elements in SXA. So what we are going to see in this video. First of all, we will see what is tenant folder and what is tenant. Then we will see what is site and site folder. Then we will see real world content tree example of SXA. Then we will see what are the modules in SXA. Then we will see how to create a new SXA site. Then we will discuss about SXA Site Manager and the drag and drop pre-built features. Okay, so I will stop here for a few seconds. You can click on the like button. I am sure you must be liking our videos, so you can click on the like button and upload this video. You can share this video with your colleagues who want to understand the SXA. And till now, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I will suggest you to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell to get a latest update from our about our videos. Okay, so let's move to the today's topic. Okay, the first topic is tenant folder and tenant. So first of all, we will see what is tenant. A tenant represents a logical grouping of sites within Sitecore SXA. So it's grouped the different website which are logically same. So those are grouped at the one tenant. Okay, so tenant represents a logical grouping of a site within Sitecore SXA. It encapsulates a set of websites that shares common configuration, themes, and functionalities. So in first video, we have seen that what is SXA. In that SXA, we have mentioned that it can have a common, the multiple website can have a common configuration, themes, and functionalities. So if your multiple website which belongs to a same, which has the same configuration, it has the same kind of a themes and same kind of a functionality, then you can group that in a single tenant. Each tenant can contain one or more sites called SXA site and allows you to manage them collectively. So as I say, it is a grouping of a website. So every tenant can have one or more website, and you can manage the common things with the tenant using the tenant. Tenant provides a way to segregate and manage content, presentation, and settings for different groups of websites, making it easier to maintain the consistency across the related sites. Basically, the tenant holds the related sites only, so you can configure those sites to all together, okay, by using the tenant configuration. Which each tenant you can configure various settings such as a themes. So what you can configure, like you can configure themes, you can configure page designs, partial design, usable component, and many more things which are common across those websites. So this setting can be shared among these sites within the same tenant. Now what is tenant folder? Tenant folder will be a parent node under which you will create and manage multiple tenants. So you can have multiple tenants, and those tenants are grouped within the tenant folder. Okay, so this is what tenant and tenant folder. I will be giving an example at the end. Okay, so you will understand more clearly when we will reach to the end. Okay, so basically a tenant is something where you can group a logically grouping of the Sitecore SXA. Now we will see what is site and site folder. So what is site? A site in Sitecore SXA represents an individual website or a web application within the Sitecore platform. So site is nothing but a website. Okay, so Sitecore SXA website is your site. So it represents an individual website or a web application. Each site item encapsulates the configuration, content, presentation, and other settings specific to the website. So every site will have its own configuration, own content, own presentation, and all the other settings. Okay, when we will see the complete node of a site, you will understand what does it mean. I will let you know once we will have a demo of how to create a sites. In that site node, we will see a content tree. Then you will understand that each site has its own configuration, own content, own presentation, and any other settings. Within each site item, you can configure various settings such as the themes. You can configure themes, layouts, page design, partial design, content structures, and more. Site in Sitecore SXA allows you to create and manage multiple independent websites within a single Sitecore instance. This is particularly useful for organizations that manage multiple brands, products, or regional websites centrally. So, first video, we have seen that why we use SXA, when to use SXA. Okay, in that you must have understand that if you have a website which is more a content oriented, and you can have a multi-site websites. Okay, so same branding but multiple websites. Okay, or same kind of theme, structure, or configuration, then you use the Sitecore SXA. So for managing those we have a sites where you can manage the multiple website, or not only their own configuration but also at the tenant level configurations. Okay, so sites are basically a website, okay, site which is created using the Sitecore SXA. Now, what is site folder? A site folder in a Sitecore SXA is a logical container used to organize and group multiple sites together. It acts as a parent node under which individual site items are organized. Site folder is basically used for organizing the multiple websites. So you can group the multiple website in the site folder, and the site folder corresponds to your tenant. Okay, so this is what your site folder and site. Now we will see the real world content tree in the SXA websites. So this is an example of the real world example of the websites, SXA website. So you can have a company, a tenant folder. Okay, so maybe some company, XYZ company, which you can create a tenant folder. In that there might be a two department. One is a cosmetic one and the hair care one. Okay, so this is also another tenant. Okay, so you divided your companies in two parts. One is a cosmetic department and another is a hair care department. In cosmetic department, you have a multiple brand. You can have a multiple brand like brand A, brand B, those kind of a tenant you can create. Within the brand, you can have the site folder. So you can divide your all the sites by the region site, right? So you can have a Asia region website, you can have a Europe region website, you can have American region website. So Asia region website, and then within the Asia region website, so Asia is your site folder. Within that, you can have the country wise website. So India website, Chinese website, so those kind of a thing structure you can add. So similarly, you can have a hair care structure where you can have a brand A, brand B, those are the tenant, and in that brand A, B, you can have the region wise folders, and then within the region wise folder you can have a country wise website. So this is how your SXA content tree looks like. So if you have this kind of a structure and you have a small website, a content oriented website, then you can prefer the SXA. So this is how it is better organized and you can manage those things together. Okay, so that's why SXA is very helpful in such a landscape. Okay, so if you see the actual content tree structure, you will find like this. So you have a company tenant folder, then you have your department cosmetic, then you have a brand. So all these are tenant folders. Then you have a Asia, that is your site folder. Okay, inside that you have a India website, and once you create the site, you will see there are different nodes which will get created. First is the home, so that is your content tree. Okay, where you have your content, actual content. Then you have a media. Okay, so now this site will have a media. So generally in Sitecore website, you must have seen all the media goes in the media library, but in SXA it goes in the media. Then you can have a data, you can have dictionaries, all your presentation details are here. okay, and then you can have a different kind of a settings. Okay, we will see all these in the when we will be create a SXA website. Okay, so this is the sample example of a real world content tree where you can arrange or organize your land websites together, okay, which you can manage multiple websites nicely with a well organized structure. Okay, so this is the real world content tree which you can see where if you use the Sitecore SXA. Now modules in SXA, so modules are nothing but a features. So when you create a tenant, you can give the tenant name, and then you can select what are the different modules you want to include for that tenant. Okay, like if you see here, composite, content validation, error handling, forms, JSON, navigation. So all the website within that tenant will have these functionalities. Okay, similarly these modules you can add so first of all, let's see what is the module definition. Modules is the refers to the pre-built set of functionality or features that can be added to the tenant to extend its capabilities. So you can add a new features also, modules also in this. So modules are nothing but the functionality or feature that can be added to the tenant to extend its capability. When you add the new website also, SXA site, so that time also you will see the number of modules. So these modules are basically the functionality or features, inbuilt features which you want to utilize from the Sitecore SXA module. Yes, as SXA has a pre-built module, so these are the pre-built modules. These are the functions which you can use. Then when you create a SXA site, what will happen? So once you create a SXA site, there are 4 tabs which you have to fill. The first tab is the general tab. In this general tab, you set up the site configurations. Okay, so you must be knowing now what is site configuration. Okay, so if you are not aware of a site configuration, you can refer to our old video. Okay, I will give the link in the description or maybe in the I button. So what you define here is the what is your site configuration. The first is what you need in the site configuration is a site name. So you have a site name here like India. The host name, so you can have a multiple host names or maybe the same host name. Okay, I'm using the same host name, so I'm giving here start. So if you have any host name, you can apply the host name here. Then virtual folder, so like you want to express like www.example.com/brand A is your brand A website, /brand B is your brand B website, but your domain remains same. For the domain you have a star host name, but for your brand A brands you have a /virtual folder. You can give /India /brand A brand B like that, and then you can select the language of that website. So this is basically fill your site configuration. Then we have seen the modules. Okay, so one next step is the modules, where we have a pre-built setup of functionalities or feature that can be added to the site to extend its capabilities. The next is the theme. So you can select a new theme, you can create a new theme. Okay, so you can define your new theme, or you can use the pre-built themes, okay, which will be applied to your site. So okay, so this is your site. So theme tab set the theme of your site. Then the last is a grid. So what is grid? Grid tab, it defines your layout and structure of your website. Again, you can have the pre-built grids which you can select, or you can add the new one also. So these are the grids which you can select. Okay, you will see the example of this, then you will understand how it is done. Okay, so these are the 4 tabs which you have to select or you have to fill when you are creating a new SXA site. So first you create a tenant. Okay, first you create a tenant folder. Inside that you add the tenant. Within the tenant also you can select the modules, and then you add the sites. For the site then you add the site folder, and within the site folder you add the sites. So first is the tenant folder, then tenant, then site folder, and then site. So when you add the site, you have to fill the 4 tabs. First is the general tab, where you have to provide the site configuration. Then you can select in the modules, you can select what are the modules which is required for your website. Okay, then you can select your theme or create your theme, and then you can select your layout and structure in the grid tab. Okay, so this is how your website should be structured in SXA. Now, what is SXA Site Manager? So you have seen that we can have a multiple websites, okay, in the Sitecore SXA. So SXA Site Manager, it provides a centralized interface for managing various aspects of SXA sites, themes, modules, and other related functionalities. So you can edit the configuration of those websites from the this SXA Site Manager, okay, where you can manage all the sites. So basically, if you see here, these are all the sites defined on your site configuration. So you can open that, okay. We will have a demo of this, but right now just understand the concept that it is a dashboard where you can see all your websites, okay, and then you can configure their configurations from here, okay, and you can understand that which is like we see here, there is someone conflict in the site manager, so that is conflicted, the last site is conflicted. If you see this India site, this is what we have selected to we have created, okay. Last screenshot we have seen that, okay. So SXA Site Manager is nothing but it's a dashboard which provide you the functionality where you can manage your all your SXA sites, their themes, its modules, and other related functionalities, okay. So SXA site manager is a very important functionality. This is used for managing all the sites at one go, okay. So this is SXA Site Manager. Okay, let's see what are the drag and drop pre-built features in Sitecore SXA. So when you create any page or a home page, if you go and on the experience editor, then you will find when you add anything here, okay, again, we will be doing the demo of this. I'm just for a understanding purpose, I'm explaining here. So when you add it, you will find that there are pre-built function, like if you pre-built a component in the experience editor which you can use directly, like if you see the composite, you have accordion component, you have carousel component, flip component, snippet tabs. So all these components are already built in. You see there are multiple tabs here: search, page structure, page content, navigation, media, map, forms, events, engagement, context. So all those will have the pre-built component which you can use as it is, just drag and drop. So that is where this SXA coverage is very strong, okay. So this is the reason why people prefer to go with SXA, because these components are already built. There is no developer is required to build this, okay. So if your website doesn't need any customization, you can directly use these components, these renderings, and build your website. Like in the you can take an example of maybe Blogspot, okay, where you can create your own websites, right? So similarly here you can create your own website because all the components are there and you can just drag and drop those to build the features, okay. So this we will see in detail when we will actually use this, okay. For now, understand that there is a drag and drop pre-built features inside Sitecore SXA. So when you want to add any component, if you say add here, then you will get all the components in the tabs. So you can use those pre-built component to use to build your website. Okay, now I have logged in into my local Sitecore instance. I want to show you the difference between the normal website, normal MVC website, and the SXA website. Okay, we will be creating a separate Sitecore SXA website, okay, a simple website how we can create it, and we will try to add few content on one of the page by using the existing component itself, okay. For now, for this video, I'm just showing you the difference between the MVC website and the SXA website. So if you see here, this content home, okay, so this home this is the website which we are trying to create for our MVC demo, okay. So if you see here, this is directly a page, so you have to build all the things, all the components here, whereas this is your SXA website. So the company is your tenant folder, then cosmetic is your tenant folder, then your brand is your tenant, then Asia is your multi-site site folder, okay. So all these how we will create it, that I will show you later. Then we have the site. So this is SXA website where you can define the site, media library, themes, folder, all those things we will see in the actual demo. But just check what is the difference between Sitecore MVC and SXA here. So this is your MVC site where you don't have these things. Now this Sitecore MVC, you have a home, so this is your content. So basically in the MVC you have this home page is your content, but here which is within the website, so you can have multiple websites here. And then home, you have a different folders here, overlays, media library, okay, then you have a data, okay, then you have a dictionary, presentation, all those we will see in later in detail, okay. Just see the difference for now. And the settings, so you can have different settings also. But in the MVC you just have this website, and to upload the media, in case of MVC you have to upload it into the media library, but in case of a SXA website you have to upload it in media. You have to set your data folder, data source in these data folders, okay. So this is how you have the SXA site. So this is the difference between SXA and MVC website. In the next video we will create this structure, what I have currently created, that structure we will create in the next video, okay. So for now we will stop here, okay. I am sure you must be liking this series, so please click on the like button and do share this series with your friends and colleagues. All right, I'm back to the presentation. So today we will stop here, okay. In next part, what we will do is we will try to create this simple website for Node, okay, simple Sitecore SXA website. And I will show that demo and what are the things which are there, and we will try to create a simple page also in that. Then we will talk about other different aspect of the SXA, different terminologies used in the SXA. This was the most asked series, so I have started this series, the SXA series. I hope you are liking this series, and if yes, then please click on the like button so that I will understand that you are liking it, and also provide your feedback via the comment. What are the things which you want to cover in this series? Let me know so that I will try to cover that in the video. And it's very important that there are 75 to 80% of our viewers who have not subscribed to the channel. So I will suggest to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell to get a latest update of our videos. Thank you. Thanks for watching.